You're fighting in the hands of one man to keep the ball from going in. Sometimes you can't save it. Sometimes the post does your job for you. You're not remembered for the saves you make. You're remembered for the ones you couldn't save, the ones you couldn't stop. That's how your fate is written. You have to carry both of them. It's not fair. That's soccer for you. It's been this way since 1930. You're starting to learn now. Your journey began in Montevideo. The Argentina-Uruguay final. Leather. Thick. Stiff. 2 separate pieces for each hand. You weren't modern gloves yet. You were there to keep the goalkeeper from slipping on the grass. That first pair. The very first pair where it all began. Goalkeeper Enrique Ballesteros. It's unclear how many balls you touched over the course of 90 minutes. You failed twice. You couldn't get there in time. Goals were scored. These weren't discussed, because Uruguay had won the match. Even though you failed twice, you were the champion. The goals scored were discussed. The players who scored were discussed. Tactics were discussed. You weren't discussed. The 2 goals you failed to stop weren't discussed. That's just how soccer is. You failed, yet you're the champion. It's a paradox. Ballesteros is a thing of the past. The paradox is a thing of the past. You aren't. The Soviet Union's goalkeeper, Lev Yashin. It's said he saved over 150 penalty kicks. You know the truth. You can't say it. Some believe it. Others think it's an exaggeration. If there's one thing you know about him, it's that he hates failing. He rarely loses a game, though it does happen occasionally. When they lose, he doesn't say a word. He eats very little. He works even harder in practice. Yashin was 36 years old when he played in his last major World Cup. He wasn't young, but he was Yashin. They lost to North Korea in the group stage. It was one of history's surprising outcomes. You both reached for the ball, but you couldn't get there in time. The Soviets were eliminated. It was talked about a lot. It was debated. If you'd won, no one would have talked about it. You lost. You were talked about. You know what you carried in those hands. 150 saves. A single miss. What reminds us of Yashin? Legendary saves. Black gloves. So you were always black. That's why they called you the Black Spider. You carried it all. In every match. Yashin is gone. The Black Spider remains. You remain. The same night. 2 different hands. The 1986 Mexico World Cup. Argentina's goalkeeper, Neri Pumpido. He was flawless throughout the tournament. Maradona was scoring goals. Pumpido was making amazing saves. The final match was against Germany. Argentina had become champions. The paradox continued here as well. Pumpido couldn't stop 2 goals. You became a champion. You were among the best. You experienced the championship. You carried the championship. While you were experiencing those feelings, you were also in the hands of the German goalkeeper. That tournament was controversial. You knew it. The tackle he made on Patrick Battiston in 1982 had not yet been forgotten. The fans hadn't forgiven him. He'd lost in the final. Despite all your efforts, you couldn't stop the goals. Germany lost. 2 goalkeepers, the same night. In one, you were a champion. In the other, you were defeated. You carried both emotions. You carried Pumpido's victory. You carried Schumacher's burden. 2 different feelings. Both moments have passed. The feelings haven't. Neither have you. The 2002 World Cup. Oliver Kahn. He had lost in the final. Kahn had been named the tournament's best goalkeeper. It was the first time a goalkeeper from a finalist team had received such an award. Kahn played with a fierce intensity, without ever letting go of control. Whenever he couldn't stop a goal, something in his eyes would change. He revealed a rage directed at himself. Throughout the tournament, you served as a shield for the entire goal. You were barely able to make any saves, largely thanks to Kahn. That is, thanks to you. In every match, you touched the ball once. You made the save. You made it all the way to the final. It was Germany versus Brazil. Rivaldo took a shot. You reached for the ball. It slipped past you. The ball landed right in front of Ronaldo. Then came the goal. Ronaldo shot again. You reached out again but couldn't hold it. The weight began to crush you. You lost the match. You won the Best Goalkeeper award. You wanted to win. The award was no consolation for you. Kahn moved on. That hand that let the ball slip didn't move on. Neither did you. The 2014 Mexico-Brazil match, a guy who played goalkeeper in the lower leagues. He'd never been tested in major tournaments. His experience was being questioned. He was put to the test that night. You were in his hands. Neymar took a shot. You dove for the ball. You blocked it. David Luiz took a shot. You intervened again. A corner kick was taken after your save. You dove for the ball. You made another save. You were there for every one of Brazil's shots. The match ended scoreless. Everyone was talking about you. Who were you? Why weren't you there before? The Netherlands game came. You were in a different form. You reached for the ball. You couldn't block it. Mexico was eliminated in that game. Silence fell overnight. You carry that night with you. You also carry the version of yourself from the Brazil game. That night hadn't passed. Neither had you. You reach for the ball and make the save. Sometimes you can't. The penalty shootout begins. Shots coming one after another. Two different hands. A 30% chance of saving it. You reach out every time, either to the right or the left. Either you block it, or you make the wrong call. You guess. Maybe it's a feeling. When you make the save, the same thing happens. Joy, happiness. You're everywhere in the stands, on TV, on social media. When you can't stop it, that weight grows heavier on your shoulders. You cover the face of the man collapsing to his knees. Tears, disappointment. You experience both of those feelings. Those two feelings haven't gone away. Neither have you. 2022. Qatar. You were in the hands of Argentina's goalkeeper, Emiliano Martinez. The tournament had been quiet for you. You hadn't had to make many saves. Argentina's defense had done a great job. Everyone remembered the final match. It was France versus Argentina. The penalty shootout began. Martinez walked onto the field. He looked at France's first penalty taker and spoke to him. No one knows what was said. He was playing on their psychology. He spoke to each player before their shot. He saved the first penalty. Then he saved the second. Argentina became champions. Martinez was the subject of constant debate in the days that followed his behavior, his words, his actions. Some thought he was clever. Others said he went too far. You remember everything from that night. Every second, every save. Was Martinez right? Was he wrong? You know the answer. You can't say it. You just carry it with you. Martinez didn't move on. Neither did you. You reach for the ball. You make the save. You do your best. The team loses. You can't save the ball. You miss it. The team wins and becomes champion. What changes? After conceding goals, you head to the locker room, sad, ashamed. You're consoled. It's not your fault. We won. Deep down, you know it. Every goal that couldn't be stopped. Goalkeepers know this. They feel it. Analyses are done night after night. That moment replays over and over in your mind. The saves aren't counted. The ones you couldn't stop keep replaying in your mind. Sometimes your teammates come back to you. You're the one who won it for us, they say. You carried us. Your save made us champions. That moment feels even heavier. You carry both of them. Every night. In every pair of hands. The hands have passed. The weight remains. And so do you. A practice field. He's got you in his hands. You're brand new. The plastic smell hasn't even worn off yet. A 16-year-old kid. He has dreams and goals. His hands are big. The only thing missing is coordination. His coach throws the ball. He reaches for some of them. He can't reach others. His coach hits the ball as if to start over. The boy reaches out. We don't know what will become of that boy. Maybe he'll make it to the big tournaments. Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll go down in history by saving a penalty kick. Maybe he'll lose by failing to reach the ball. If there's one thing we know, it's that this morning, on the practice field, you're there with those new gloves. You're there with every reach, just as you were in Yashin's hands, just as you were on that one night for Ochoa. The same object, different hands, the same reach. The kid didn't make it. Not yet. Neither did you. The game is ending. One side is running with joy. They're hugging each other. They're running toward the goalkeeper. They're lifting him onto their shoulders. You're in the goalkeeper's hands at wrist level. Confetti is popping. Celebrations are underway. But what about the other side? When the final whistle blows, the goalkeeper collapses to his knees. He brings his hands to his face. You're still in those hands. Instead of the ball, you feel tears. Maybe the scent of the grass. You head to the locker room. You slip out of their hands. The players slowly make their way home. You take your place on the shelf. You're forgotten until the next game. When game day comes again, you're reunited with those hands and the ball. You're ready. You've always been ready.